A labor of love since 2008, Inspire to Do empowers children with special needs. By engaging them in real-world opportunities, the children and their surrounding communities mutually benefit. Awareness is raised around the idea that all children can be vibrant, contributing members of our society in spite of and because of their differences.
Frequently, the children in developing world orphanages have disabilities. They are dealt twice the challenges of first being disabled and then being orphaned. Either one of these conditions comes with its own obstacles, and both typically equate to isolation from society.
Inspire to Do creates experiential programs to bridge the children in orphanages with their communities by facilitating community connections and relationships. We offer skilled caregiver trainings around special needs care and work with individual children at their level to interact in these environments. Our intention is to simultaneously inspire and expand the children's self-perceptions and beliefs of what they are able to do and what is truly possible for them. We have engaged the children in inspiring and diverse and inclusive events such as the Paralympic Games and the World Cup as a platform to inspire infinite possibilities despite disability.
In 2012, Inspire to Do worked with the Sinalaya Orphanage Home in Gwalior, India. The home cares for 65 children and adults, all with intellectual disabilities, and some with additional physical disabilities. Inspire to Do brought speech and occupational therapy training to the staff and caregivers and facilitated new relationships between Sinalaya and the surrounding community. The 5-day camp included a soccer clinic, cooking classes, speech and occupational therapy consultation with caregivers, and a groundbreaking community outing.
On the first day, with assistance from FIFA, Inspire to Do was able to bring soccer trainers to the orphanage from the LCNP University, India's #1 soccer training program. The social, physical, and communication skills practiced during this experience expanded the caregivers' ideas for how to engage and work with the children.
We are coming from outside and bringing such idea to give some these new games, so they are very happy, and they also thank us for giving us guidance to make how to play and how to guide, to give exercise, all these things. So they are treated like very good to us.
A new relationship was formed between the trainers and the Sinalaya community that was mutually educational.
Speech therapy brought alternative communication options for the children who struggled with oral apraxia, expressive language disorders, and deafness. The educators and support staff at Sinalaya were trained in the use of manual signs and picture symbols to augment the children's spoken message and in helping them move from single-word utterances to using phrases. The educators also followed through by creating their own picture symbols to use with the children. The children and staff were guided through language-rich and sensory activities to show staff new ways to relate and interact with the children. Music and movement were powerful tools in eliciting joyful interactions and increasing opportunities for meaningful communication. Materials and music were gifted to the Sinalaya community for continued use.
Occupational therapy contributed functional motor skills facilitation for the children with motor dysfunction. We advocated inclusion across all activities and environments. We problem-solved with the staff to find adaptations and compensatory strategies to enable full participation of all children regardless of their ability. The children enjoyed a day in the community at the famous Gwalior Fort. They explored this important part of their heritage. Children with limited mobility had the opportunity to board Sinalaya's bus and practice navigating new environments in their community. Following the fort, we visited a Sikh temple where we were served lunch. Members of the Sikh community engaged with the children and asked the staff questions about Sinalaya. Children and staff worked together to overcome physical and cultural barriers in their environment and connected with new members of the community for an inclusive experience.
Sinalaya shared the flavors of India with us, and our cooking class brought a bit of American culture to Sinalaya. We practiced fine motor, visual motor, and sequencing skills around the preparation of macaroni and cheese, peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, Jell-O, and Rice Krispie treats. The children and staff were guided to experience the new ingredients by touching, smelling, and tasting them. We talked about similarities between these American ingredients and their Indian ingredients. Practicing communication, working memory, and sequencing skills, the children followed instructions to create treats for both themselves and their caregivers. Skills such as opening packaging, pouring, mixing, and serving foods were also brand new to some of the children. The educators and caregivers witnessed the children in their newfound independence and suggested new roles for some of the children at their regular mealtimes. The caregivers were served as the guests of honor. The children deepened their relationship with the caregivers while practicing independence with their new skills. The staff and children had new, unexpected, and rich experiences through the course of this week. They experienced growing confidence in their independence, self-expression, and an expanding sense of ability.